I just purchased a new kitchen timer, and I love it, and so I'd like to tell you about it. And this is not a sponsored video or anything, but if you'd like to grab one of these, I'll put a link down below for you. I think that this timer is just fantastic. It's a little mechanical timer, and I think that its design is just so delightfully zen, and it's so easy to use, and it requires the least amount of motion in order to make this timer work. Let me give you the backstory. Before this timer, I was using this one here, well, a little digital timer, and I've had this digital timer for about 40 years, and what I loved about this timer is that you can directly enter the time right on the keypad on it. So you can punch in whatever minutes and seconds and hit go, and thought that was pretty easy. But when that timer started developing problems, I started looking for a replacement for it, and it seemed like most of the timers that I saw required you to push a button repeatedly over and over in order to set the time on it, and I thought that's a little bit awkward. And for about a year I used my phone, and that works pretty well also, but not quite as convenient as having a timer just right in the kitchen. And so I just came across this one, and it's inexpensive, and it works so nice, and it's so intuitive. And so it follows a path of design that I always embraced when I was directing my software development team, which is to follow the path of least user astonishment. And yet it's obvious in its functionality. And I think they achieved that with this timer here. All you need to do for this timer is twist the ring to wind it up a little bit, and then you back the ring off to whatever time setting you're interested in, and it's off and running. And that's it. So it's just one quick twist motion forward and back to set what you want, and it's done. I think that is just beautiful. The timer has a nice magnet on it, so you can attach it to some metal surface in the kitchen, and it stays right there. When it comes to the end of its time cycle, it rings like so. And it's entirely mechanical, so no worries about batteries ever. Just a perfect little device. And it's pretty accurate. I set this timer to 55 minutes of countdown time, and getting that to the sub-minute accuracy on a mechanical timer is pretty challenging. So I set it about as close as I could to the 55-minute mark, and let this go along with a digital timer alongside of it. And the digital timer said that this one rang at 55 minutes and 28 seconds. So I would say that's just about perfectly accurate, certainly more than enough accuracy for anything I'm doing in the kitchen. So I thought this was an example of just beautiful design. And like I say, the quality seems pretty decent, and it's just terrific. And it's inexpensive. It's about $10. So if you're in the market for a kitchen timer that never needs batteries, and I think has great style, you can grab one of these. Also comes with a white face if you prefer rather than black. So great tool. I love when I can discover new tools, and they exceed my expectations, and I think this is one of them. So I just wanted to pass that on. There is beauty in everyday things if you look for it.